Hey guys, I'm Nick, and on this episode of the Scran Line, super excited to show you this one. So for those of you who don't know, I make videos over on Tastemade's social accounts, so Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all over the place. What I make on there is non-cupcake videos. And I've been making some very inventive donuts. And I thought, well, I'm getting good at this, so I should share a donut recipe with you guys. But since this is a cupcake channel, I'm gonna bring you guys the ultimate Nutella donut freak shake cupcake, because you guys know how much I love my freak shake cupcakes. So these cupcakes are my devil's food chocolate cupcakes with a chocolate sauce center. I have a swirl of fluffy Nutella buttercream frosting on top, and trust me guys, you have not lived until you've had buttercream frosting with Nutella in it. It carries the flavor perfectly. Sitting on top of that is a pillowy, fluffy donut. I'm gonna show you guys how to make that, and that is stuffed with a lot of Nutella because it's a Nutella cupcake, okay? These are the ingredients you need to make them. Okay guys, so start off by preheating your oven to 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. So for this recipe, there's basically two recipes. To make the chocolate cupcakes, you're going to need some sugar, milk, plain flour, cocoa powder, eggs, bicarb soda, and some softened butter. To make the donuts, you're going to need some milk, lukewarm water, some melted butter, sugar, some dried yeast, and you can pick that up from your local supermarket, some eggs, lots and lots of Nutella, some crushed hazelnuts, and some chocolate sauce. A recipe for that can be found on my website. Now guys, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I upload 2 new videos a week. We're gonna start off with our cupcakes. So we're gonna pop all of our dry ingredients into a large mixing bowl, mix those on low speed. If you're doing this by hand or using a hand mixer, you can sift these ingredients together. Once those are combined, you can add your softened butter and mix until you reach a crumbly, sand-like texture. While those dry ingredients are mixing, you can add your milk to a large jug, along with your eggs. Whisk those up well. Add your wet ingredients to your dry ingredients in a slow and steady stream. Once all your wet is in there, you can stop your mixer. Scrape down the bowl just to get those bits at the bottom that might not be mixed in properly. And mix for a final 20 seconds. I'm using an ice cream scoop to scoop my batter into my cupcake liners, filling them up about 3/4 of the way. We're going to pop these into the oven for 20 minutes or until a skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. Once they're baked, you can transfer them to a cooling rack to cool down completely before you frost them. Next, we're going to move on to making our fluffy, pillowy Nutella donuts. So add your warm water to a small mixing bowl. Sprinkle your yeast over the top of that and add a teaspoon of your sugar. Give it a gentle mix and let it activate. So this is what's going to make our donuts nice and fluffy. We're going to add our milk to a large mixing bowl, along with our eggs and egg yolk, our melted butter, and our yeast mixture. Using a whisk attachment, I'm going to mix these on low speed until everything is well combined. Then you can add your sugar and half of your flour. Mix that with the whisk until you form a smooth paste. Then you can add the rest of your flour, switch from your whisk attachment to your dough hook, and mix that on the lowest speed for about 10 minutes. Once that's finished mixing, cover your bowl with a clean tea towel and set it aside in a warm spot for about an hour and a half to let it rise. You want to make sure it doubles in size. Sprinkle a little bit of flour onto a smooth surface. We're going to very gently pat down our dough just to get it nice and even before we roll it out with a rolling pin. Now we want to get it to about 1.5 centimeters in thickness. I'm using a 5 centimeter or 50 millimeter in diameter round cookie cutter to cut out my donut shapes. I'm going to set these aside for an extra 30 minutes to allow them to rise again. add your vegetable oil to a deep frying pan. You want to get that hot enough so that when you add your donuts, it just fizzles and bubbles around the sides. Cook your donuts on each side until they're golden brown. Then you can take them out and pop them onto a plate lined with some paper towels to let them drain. We're going to core the center with the end of a spoon and pop a piping bag in there packed full of yummy Nutella and fill those babies up. To finish them off, we're going to roll them around in some cinnamon sugar. To prepare your buttercream frosting, simply add some Nutella in there. Now you can add as little or as much as you like. You can even go a little bit ridiculously overboard. You want to mix that until it's well combined. We're going to core the center of our cupcakes and fill it up with some yummy chocolate sauce. I'm using a Wilton 6B French star tip to frost my cupcakes in a donut swirl. Drizzle some more chocolate sauce over the top because you can never have enough chocolate sauce. Donut on there and some extra chocolate sauce before you finish these off with a good sprinkle of toasted crushed hazelnuts. And that's pretty much it. Okay guys, so those were my Nutella donut freak shake cupcakes. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I upload 2 new videos a week for you guys. The recipe for these cupcakes is going to be on my website, thescranline.com. A link for that is in the box below. My last video is over there for you guys to watch, so click on that for more deliciousness. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all on the next episode of the Scran Line.